This is the third lesson in drawing the Ferrari Type 166, and what I'm doing now is I'm darkening up the seat area because I started to darken up the outside of the car. This area that's in shadow down below the belt line that runs the length of the car, I have darkened that up, and now I'm going to start darkening up some of the other areas that are going to need to come up to a darker value before we get going on the very lightest values. I want to get this so that it gives me some idea of how far I can go. Again, this is a white car, so this is kind of an experiment for me. I don't usually draw white cars. It's a bunch more complicated than doing a dark car, because on this one I can go too dark and then have to change it into something else. I'd really rather keep this a white car and just see if this works. I don't want to mess up, but if I do, I do. I could always go ahead and make this into a car that looks like it could be red or something like that, some deeper value, or blue, or whatever color. But I'm trying to keep it a white car, and that'll make it a little easier for me to do this. If I get the seats and stuff to a darker value, that will make it easier for me to do the light value without going too high. So if I darken this up twice as much, then that gives me a little bit more latitude with how far I can go with the light shadowed values, and that will set the tone for where we are, how we're going to make this come out. But I know it'll work. It's just have to be careful on the light values, like I say. What I'm going to do next, after I do the seats here, is I'm going to do the area just above this belt line, and that is kind of semi in shadow too, for a portion of it up to about here. And then there's some inside here that shows the form of the car, which actually dips down from the area of the trunk over the area of the fender here. But it's just a game of making sure that you get this done right. We're trying as hard as we can. I want to make it so you can see that we can do all ranges of colors of cars. This is white, like I say, but it could be a light yellow or something like that, obviously, too, and that would still fall into the very light car that would look very much like this. As I said, a friend of my father's rather, had one of these cars in red, and it was just so gorgeous you couldn't believe it. I can't even imagine how many $1 million that would be worth today, but it's a very, very lovely car. My dad sold his to a man named Dick Merrick, who wrote several books on the Ferraris. I heard that he was one of the founding members of the Ferrari Club owners of Ferrari Club of America, and they were very influential, and I think still are, in doing all things Ferrari, which is verifying cars and telling people the joys and otherwise of owning classic Ferraris too, as well as the modern day Ferraris. Anyway, we're coming along with this. I don't know how many more episodes it's going to be, but probably quite a few. I'm figuring probably 5 or 6 anyway, before I can get this down to the point of calling it good. But it is coming along quite nicely. I think this drawing is going to be pretty spectacular when we get it done. Anyway, that's it for today. We are continuing, and I will do the side up above here, as I say, today, and then in a little bit maybe underneath here, so that we can move forward. But that's where we are for today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.